Two new weapons have been added to Endgame in the Black Ops 7 Season 5 update, the Gremlin SMG and the FG42 Assault Rifle. Both were obtained via the Season 5 Battle Pass on page 3 and page 6 respectively. So I thought we could take a deeper look at both weapons and decide if they are worth the time or not. As I just mentioned, both weapons are unlocked via the Season 5 Battle Pass. So you either need to earn enough Battle Pass tokens by playing the game or purchase either the Blackcell or upgraded version of the Battle Pass to receive the 20 tier skips to redeem these weapons instantly. I'll go over each weapon, what their strengths and weaknesses are, the utility bonuses that can be applied to them, the camo challenges and whether they are worth using as a main weapon on your operators or not. Let's kick things off with the Gremlin SMG. I have to say I was very impressed with the Gremlin straight off the rip. It comes as an akimbo weapon instantly without the need to completely level it up to unlock the akimbo attachment as you do with most pistols and SMGs in the game. Akimbo means you are carrying two at once, so double the firepower, but that does also mean recoil increase and reduction of range. But up close, even in their grey state, these feel pretty good. For the camo challenges for the Gremlin, you need to first get 250 critical kills on enemies in endgame to unlock all of the military camo challenges. So this is basically headshots on any enemy types. Then you'll unlock the special camo challenges for the Gremlin, which are to get 50 point blank kills. So that's any enemies up close. Then you need to get 100 fear eliminations. So these are the zombie types found largely in zone 3, 4 and 5. Then finally you need to get 50 kills shortly after sprinting, also with the Gremlin. Once you've done all the military and special camos, you'll be able to start unlocking the mastery camo challenges, providing you've completed the camo challenges for the other weapons in endgame. You'll need to first get 20 special eliminations, then 100 fears in zone 3 or higher, and finally eliminate 10 elite enemies. If you've completed all the other weapon camos, you'll unlock the Genesis camo for the Gremlin. So here is the build I would recommend for the Gremlin attachments. For the muzzle, I've gone with the LTI Stentorian brake. The barrel, I've chosen the 14.5 inch EAM Fortify barrel. For the magazine, I've got the Procurial extended mag. The rear grip is the carotid grip. The Rhapsody stock for the stock. Then I have the 3MW Motion Strike laser for the laser. And finally the 9mm Parabellum overpressured fire mods. For the exotic effects, you can apply all the usual exotics. So that is mortar rounds, shrapnel rounds, shock rounds, incendiary rounds, neurodisruption rounds, frost rounds, and graviton rounds. Personally, I always go for either mortar rounds or shrapnel rounds on all of my weapons. Both are the two best exotic effects you can get in the mode, in my opinion. But it depends on the situation you are getting yourself into. Shrapnel rounds are fantastic for focusing on bosses and elites, whereas mortar rounds are great for dealing with crowds of enemies. But it is good against bosses too, so I have opted to run mortar rounds as the exotic effect on the Gremlin. As for the utility bonuses, the Gremlin can get melee reload, from the hip, kill and run, and light speed. I did hear a rumour that it might include grenade bullets like the reboot, but it sadly seems that this is untrue. Out of these options, I'd probably go with from the hip, as it's an akimbo weapon, so all shots taken are from the hip, which will improve accuracy when using the Gremlin. The Gremlin is a decent weapon. I like the fact it comes as an akimbo weapon straight off the bat without needing to add any attachments. It has a fast fire rate, decent damage output and low recoil, especially once you add a few attachments and the from the hip utility bonus. It is far from being the meta, but if you are looking to grind out a new weapon, it isn't bad at all. So that is the Gremlin covered. Let's move on to the new FG42 Assault Rifle. Out of the two new weapons, I'd say this one is the best, although both are great. With the right attachments and skill tracks, the FG42 can hand out between 4,200 and 8,400 critical hit damage, which competes with the top dog, the SoCal 545 LMG. So first, let's go over the camo challenges for the FG42, then the attachments I am using, and finish it off with the utility and exotic upgrades. As with every weapon, you first need to get a total of 250 critical kills with the FG42 to complete the military camo challenges. Once you've done this, you'll unlock the special camo challenges, which are unique to each weapon. The special camo challenges for the FG42 are to eliminate 50 enemies inside of command centers or toxin fields using the FG42, then eliminate 50 guild tech enemies, so this is basically any robot type enemy, and then finally get 50 eliminations with the FG42 while aiming down the sights and moving. Once you've completed the special camo challenges, you can begin the mastery camo challenges that are to eliminate 20 special enemies, then 100 enemies in zone 3 or higher, and finally get 10 elite kills. So let's quickly go over the FG42 attachments that I recommend for this weapon in endgame. The optic, I have the Fang Hoverpoint ELO. For the muzzle, I tend to always use the LTI Stentorian Break Now. The barrel is the 15-inch Constellation barrel. For the underbarrel, I'm using the Dirge handguard. The magazine is the Overbook Extended Mag. For the stock, I'm using the prestige attachment called the MFS AM Bilateral Stock. The laser is the 3MW Motion Strike Laser. And finally, the fire mods, I have the 8x57mm overpressured. As for the exotic effects, I'd always recommend either shrapnel rounds or mortar rounds for pretty much every weapon in the game at this point. As for the utility bonuses, on the FG42, you can roll Recoil Delete, Combat Ready, Ammo Recharger and Ultra Light. Sadly, I am yet to find Sharpshooter on this one, so it's unlikely it can have it, which is a bit disappointing. Any of these are just fine. In all honesty, I probably wouldn't recommend the Recoil Delete because this weapon has virtually no recoil anyway. So I would probably recommend either Ammo Recharger or Ultra Light. As with all my operators and weapons, I recommend that you use both Eagle Eye and Bulldozer as your skill tracks, as these two offer the absolute maximum amount of damage via headshots. If you want to be hitting between 4,000 and 8,000 damage per shot, you need these skills. Overall, I think the Gremlin and FG42 are both great weapons. The FG42 deals a lot more damage than the Gremlin, but the Gremlin does have a much higher fire rate and comes as akimbo as standard, so both are fairly balanced. It's a shame that the FG42 doesn't come with Sharpshooter, as it would make it a contender against weapons like the SoCal 545 or the VX Compact. Sharpshooter is by far my favourite utility bonus in endgame, as it turns upper torso shots into headshots, meaning you are dealing out way more damage. Neither of these weapons are making it into the top 5 meta. I'm not even sure they enter the top 10, but both are quite fun and give us something to grind for a while at least. I'd recommend you give them both a try at least and see how they might fit into your personal playstyle. I'll be uploading a ton more endgame videos in the coming days and weeks, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. I have a Discord server with well over 800 members in it, so if you are looking for teammates or want to discuss endgame further, the link is in the description down below. You can now take your support for the channel one step further by becoming a member. You'll get exclusive badges, emojis, and access to a member-only chat in the Discord. Again, the link to this is in the description down below. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.